Hey, this is AJ, the founder of Linkio. This is a quick start video guide to show you how you can go from nothing in the system to having some anchor text suggestions and value through our interface. So the first thing that I'd do if I were you is click on this backlink import options button. And if you have a paid Ahrefs API, make sure you pair it up here. Let me show you an example of adding a brand. I'll add Linkio. My brand name is Linkio. I don't have any alternative brand names. And I'm going to skip the import links from Google Search Console, but if I wasn't going to skip it, you could just click that link and download the CSV and then upload it. Instead, what I'm going to do is import backlinks from Ahrefs. Ideally, if you have access, you should do both. Next, I need anchor text suggestions, but I have to select which pages I want suggestions for. So I can auto-discover all of my pages through the sitemap. Linkio is just going to find the sitemap, start crawling it, and start adding pages to the table. So 34 pages were added successfully. Why don't I select a couple of them here? Now what's happening here is Linkio is trying to guess what the keywords are by looking at the page title. And if you want to select a page and add it, it makes sense to just kind of click on this field and edit it to make sure that these keywords are actually accurate. And then if you did pair your Ahrefs API, the next thing it's going to do is identify what the UR is for each of these. So you can see what your high authority pages are and import those. So I'm going to add this anchor text generator page. Now, there's two fields here. One is to select the page type because that's one way to know what kind of percentages you should be shooting for. So this is actually kind of like a blocky page. And then because I selected this page type, I automatically get these ideal percentages to target. I can change these as well, but if you're not too familiar with the system, just keep it as the default. And then once I'm done adding my initial pages, I'll add it to the anchor text planner. Now, the next step that the system starts doing is it starts importing all of the backlinks for this particular page. So if you hit the plus sign here and you give the system some time, you'll find that it starts pulling in backlinks as it finds them. If you see a spinner, it's a good sign that Linkio is doing something. Now that the initial batch of backlinks have been found and imported, you'll see this tag that says processing. That means Linkio is crawling it, seeing if it's do follow, seeing if it's indexed in Google, and then deduping it, and then categorizing the anchor text for each one of the links. And as it does all that, for the referring domains that actually count, it comes up with the percentages of it. Okay, so this gives us a baseline of what your existing percentages are. Now I'm going to come back to this screen in a few minutes and just pause the video. And then once all the processing is done, I'll show you what to do next. Actually, in the interest of time, let me show you a page that's already been analyzed. So here's my SEO tutorial page that I added previously. And we see that this page has 71 backlinks. Of those, 41 count, 8 are not indexed, 10 are no follow. And overall, this gives us the percentages of 62% keyword distribution, and then less natural than what our ideals should be. Okay, so if I wanted to build some links and equalize these, then I could use Linkio to get real-time accurate suggestions on what kind of anchor text I should be building. If you click on the Anchor Text Suggestions tab, this is a real-time update based on real-time data. So sometimes the first time you click it, the suggestions just need to be refreshed. You'll usually get a notification like this. It means the final refresh is done. And then these are the next orders of anchors that you should be building. And once you build about 10 of these, then this natural is going to bump up a lot higher. Your Linkio score will get better. The closer to 100, the better. And then You can just mark these as started, published. And the nice thing about Linkio is that if you mark something as started, you don't necessarily have to come back here and mark it as published manually. It just the tool automatically looks for new backlinks. It marries them to whatever is already in this suggestions list, and it just refreshes the suggestions in real time. So that's the core value of the product. You can refresh suggestions if you want. You can customize the ideal percentages that you want to target, either based off of competitor data. If you click on this tab, here's the competitors that I identified. I took the average of their anchor text percentages, and that's what I'm using as my ideal percentages. So Linkio comes with a bunch of system defaults, but sometimes for high competition keywords, I like to calculate the custom percentages in this way. That's the gist of the software. If you have any questions, let me know.